Good evening. Welcome to Monday Night Live. I'm Rich.
And I'm Shelly.
Wow.
It's been a fun week.
It has, actually.
It has, yeah.
I hope you guys have had a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we did have a Merry Christmas.
For sure.
Yeah. Had the family here. Some of the kids, not all the kids, because some of them live other places. And the Air Force does that to them.
I did not get to make a fire.
No, because it was in the 70s. Oh, it was so warm. We had a ridiculously warm Christmas. But that's okay because the animals liked it. We didn't have to thaw water and break up ice. It was great.
It was easy.
Yeah. But we had a wonderful time with your parents and Rebecca and Huck and Michaela. And it was good. It was just good. It was special. A lot of special gifts, I got to tell real quick.
What's that?
Our now 14-year-old. Man. I know. Our youngest is getting big. And she handmade everybody's gifts, and they were spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
She kind of won the gift award this year. She's put a lot of time into it, sewed them and handmade them, and it was wonderful. And it just does your heart really good when you get a handmade gift.
Yeah, and to have a 13-year-old spend 6 weeks making gifts.
Yeah, so special.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yes. So good Christmas farm update.
Weather first. We got to do the weather brief, man.
Oh, God, you and your weather briefs. Here we go.
She won't let me do the weather brief, y'all.
It was hot. Now it's cold. Done.
All right. There's the weather.
No, what has it been?
Hot and then cold.
It was really cold. Yesterday it was hot and cold.
It was 70. I cranked the
wild.
tractor yesterday. It was 77 degrees. I'm on the tractor this morning. It was 16.
Yes. There
There was a significant temperature swing that happened yesterday afternoon.
About 3:00. The wind, it was like Mary Poppins happened. And the winds were changing. And it went from the south. And then it was coming from the west, and then it came from the north, and it was wild.
We went out to fix a water that was leaking a little bit and, just take care of some water type things. And
we were kind of piddling. Yeah. Really.
We all went out in our short sleeve shirts, and it was very comfortable. The sun was shining. The wind was out of the south. And by the time we got finished, oh my God. The wind was out of the north. It was cold. It was
bitter.
It was a biting wind. It was like, what?
And he said, there's one more water I want to go look at. And I'm like, you can take me to the house. You can just drop me off on the way by because I'm out. I'm done.
We marked it off as done anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. We were piddling. We were.
Yeah.
So
that's the weather. It's now cold. Y'all, the temperature was 16. The wind chill was 0, which Huck says it's 0.
Huck pretty much feels like whatever it feels like is the temperature. Like, that's it. Like, stop with the temperature thing. If it says it feels like 0, it's 0. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. Hey, who's in the house?
Who's in the house? Let's look.
We got peeps.
We've got Becca saying hello from the chilly top of the hill.
It is, yeah.
I do have the fire going now, y'all.
Yeah.
The wood stove keeps it really warm in here.
Yeah, wood stoves are amazing. Do you have a wood stove? Tell us.
We've got Hooligan. Good evening from Kira in Arkansas.
Hey,
y'all.
What's up?
Angel's Homestead says, hey, all. Hope everyone had a great Christmas.
We did.
Yeah.
Hope you did too.
Old School Nana's in the house saying hello from the RV next door.
They are. Right at the end of the barn.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us this week.
Enjoying that Starlink mobile.
Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah. Look at you.
Carol, I want chickens, says the weather is crazy all over.
Everywhere.
Hello from Pennsylvania.
Hey, glad you're here.
Yeah, there was like feet of snow in California. I mean, like, this was a serious weather system that moved through. It came through dry for us. I know it didn't for everyone, but
we were kind of glad. Like when it's really warm and then it rains or does some sort of precipitation and then gets down super bitter cold, it's really hard on the animals. Yeah. So it is way better normally we like rain, but it was pretty much way better that it didn't do that.
Yeah, we were happy to not have
Pretty much way better.
happy to not have rain and then 16 degrees.
Right.
Anna says good evening to all.
Hey.
Patty Irwin says hello.
Hey, Patty. Patty's in the house.
Yeah. Julian says hello everyone from chilly Canton, Texas.
Oh, Texas being chilly. Yeah, they don't do cold down there too much either, like Florida. Yeah, I remember.
Firefox Kitty says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Arizona.
Hey, you too.
And we have Jirene94. Hello from Northwest Missouri near Mooresville.
Hey, glad to have you here.
Yeah, for
awesome.
sure. Welcome. Phil says hello from Washburn. Pretty day here, but rather chilly. Temperature dropped 30 degrees in under 3 hours.
Yeah, did that here.
Yeah, that.
It was beautiful today. I mean, I think the visibility was as far as you could see. It really was.
The app said 23 miles.
Yeah, it's
Like, okay.
okay. Well, I can't see over the hill, but you say so.
Some of these foggy mornings when it was being warm,
Oh, wow.
like we couldn't see the chicken coops.
No, from like and they're right near the house, and it was super foggy, like muggy, wet. The weather's wild.
Kim Markham
Hey, Mom.
says, good evening from us in sunny South Florida. Dad, Mom, Sam, and Lindley.
Oh, what's up?
Well,
my
hello,
family.
Lindley.
Lindley's a baby. That's my grandniece. Yes, it's true. I know, we're old. Go.
Anna says, I'm feeling good at 69.
Yep.
Low
Down-
expected at 54.
Down there in the Florida.
Judy Lang says, good evening. Same weather here in Kansas. Tomorrow we start warming up again, but only in the 50s. I sure miss those 70s.
Yeah, the 70s were nice.
Yeah.
They really were. But
Yeah.
it was really confusing for our grass because some of the grass was like, oh, should I? And I'm
Hello.
looking at it going,
No.
no, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. That's
And,
what you said
know,
about the fruit trees.
The fruit trees.
We've
like,
got some wild,
Oh.
they're Mexican plums. That's
They're
our
gonna be
only
so
like,
confused.
fruit trees. But
yeah.
they were like, maybe.
Yeah.
And we're
should
like,
I? No,
no.
you shouldn't. You shouldn't do anything right now. This is a false summer in December.
Mary says, hi guys, we forgot how much we hate to break ice. LOL.
Oh, right. Then you remembered this morning.
Not something I forget.
No.
Farmhand Huck says, hi folks. Susie Q says hello. And we have had whiteouts today, cold and snowy.
Whoa, that's wild. Yeah.
No.
We don't need that here.
And then Mayor up in
Canada.
chilly Canada saying, hey y'all, hit that like button right across the road from the beach. And it's -2
Yeah.
Celsius. So that's what, about 30 degrees. Expecting heavy snow.
I'm really terrible with the Celsius thing. I'll be like,
Below freezing.
oh, because it's negative. It's below. Like zero's at 32.
That's
and we
the
just go
one.
plus or minus the other. Oh, you know, they did. We had to live by that a little bit in England, right? It would be like, it's 32 out today. Like, I don't know.
Times 2 plus 32.
I know, right? Like I was told there would be no math. Just give it to me straight.
The Kaliskis are here. Hey there.
Oh, what's
I
up?
was out running errands yesterday afternoon in St. Louis, and the temp was 75 at 2 p.m. and 40.
Yeah, that.
Oh, dropped almost 40 degrees by 7 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down to 35.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a front that came through. And wow, did the wind blow.
It did.
Jeannie says, enjoying the wood burning fireplace today. Cold here in Nebraska. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, loving that wood burning.
Harry Kent Hepworth.
Yep.
Got it. Temperatures substantially here in East Tennessee, low 20s.
Oh, yeah.
We are warm using our wood-fired catalytic stove.
Yeah. My mom has a fireplace too, but she lives in South Florida and she just turns it on and then turns
and
off.
Watches the...
But heat is optional. You know,
We don't need the
you want
heat.
it to be pretty. You don't necessarily need a lot of heat
Yeah.
for sure.
Kathy says thunderstorms and tornadoes yesterday to windy, cold, and whiteouts today.
Yeah.
40-degree
Too
difference in less than 24 hours.
Yes.
That's. I'm glad we're not in a whiteout.
Nope. No whiteouts. It was fog out, but no whiteouts.
Yeah, the temperature swing is enough.
Yeah.
Eesh. Anna says, "Hey Carol, I want chickens. Are near the Veggie Boys in Northeast PA. Are you?
I don't know. I don't know that. I think you're talking about channel. I don't know who they are,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Nancy says the garlic wanting to grow.
Oh, that's too soon. Too soon.
Yep.
Too soon. So
Anna was the 12th like.
Awesome. Do you have any farm updates?
Well, we're not finished yet.
Well, I'm ready for
Angel's Homestead says someone needs to give Mother Nature her pills.
seriously.
Right?
Little, yeah.
Yeah, Jaron says we were in Eureka Springs, Arkansas yesterday. It was cold and winter weather when we went past your area on the way home. Yeah. Fire going in our Vogelzang, and our Katahdins are poofed and plump.
Yeah, ours are poofed and plump too.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're all poofed out.
And then Mare says, I have a propane fireplace, but the wind keeps blowing it out.
Oh, no.
That is not
That's
cool.
not cool. So your dad built us a new thing.
Oh, yeah, y'all.
So we got new chickens, and
Not recently.
not recently, but they're new. They're now grown. They're laying eggs, and they are new to the chicken flock ish. What happened was we did not build them a new portable structure soon enough, and they were sort of like in their old structure or on it or around it, and it was time for them to have their own place. We needed more laying boxes and more roosting area, but instead of making another portable chickshaw, we're like, man, I don't want to do that. Can we go the farm free route on this deal?
Yes,
We got some wood. We got some pallets. Can we do that? And Papa's over here. So it's crooked only because I told him to put it in the flattest spot on the dirt. And he did.
That was the flattest spot we've got.
You see how crooked that is? His camera was straight. And that's kind of the flattest spot we had. And so it is a chicken roost area with boxes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the same.
But portable.
My sister called them goat condos. She meant sheep condos. But we use these structures all over the place. The pigs have them. The sheep have them. The dogs have them. And we have these pallets that are 2x6s and 4x4s. And we log them together and make these little structures.
Yep.
And so our idea was, can we put some laying boxes on the outside of the structure and then some boards across the inside so that they have a place to roost? Mm-hmm. And Dad said, sure, we can. And so my dad put it all together, and it took him a couple of days, and we had to buy some hinges and some screws.
That was it.
And that was it. And that's the kind of farm build I think you want to do.
Yeah.
Is the kind that you need to buy some hinges and screws and nothing else. So
great.
That added 13 laying boxes, I guess, laying areas. And the boxes themselves have a hinged lid. Mm-hmm. So you can just lift the lid, gather the eggs. The chickens love them.
Oh, wow. They explored quickly and were laying eggs in them within minutes.
Oh,
within
yeah.
minutes. They were like, oh, this is amazing. And so we have that.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good. And they're all happy, and they were up there roosting and doing exactly what they need to do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our only farm update, really. Yep. We decided to relax the last few days. I didn't put out a video, any cooking videos or any farm videos this week. Kind of gave my editor time off, and just decided to kind of chill for the last couple of days and for the next couple of days. So we've just kind of been humming along, really.
Yeah. Trying to be
nice.
intentional about resting.
Yeah.
I think.
It's important this time of year because the other times of year are not rest.
Right.
Right. And what we wanted to talk about tonight was 2026 is like coming up on us like 2 days from now. And 2026, y'all, that's kind of sci-fi-ish to me. It probably is to you too, especially if you're older than we are. And anytime a new year is coming, I get very excited. I love New Year's. We probably love New Year's more than a lot of holidays.
Yeah, we really enjoy Thanksgiving, but I think we're probably most excited about
New Year. We love the opportunity that a new year brings, and the kind of reset on the calendar to go, okay, what are we doing next? Or what are we doing now? Or just that, it's just so refreshing, and it's a reset. Mentally, emotionally, like all right. Even if it comes to diet or exercise, people make these resolutions and set goals. But the thing is, goals tend to have a pass, fail, start, stop feel to them. But if we set the intention, like you just mentioned, it's an intention. It's more like a direction rather than a goal, rather than I met my goal. And once I've met my goal, now what?
Right.
Well,
if I didn't, am I now a failure?
Right. And that's horrible way to look at life, because we were talking earlier about life, and you were saying life it's not finite. Right.
Well, technically what you said, it is finite.
Well,
we'll get to that.
Okay.
We got a couple of comments and a couple of questions.
Okay, good.
So Trisha says, hi from North Central Washington. I finally made it to Alive again. And those are my favorite kind of builds, the ones that don't cost much of anything. Yeah, exactly. Anna asks, do you put straw or shavings in the laying boxes?
Yes, we put some straw. We put some just older straw that we had around from last year around the RVs, his mom and dad's RV or Rebecca's RV. They often insulate with bales of straw. So when it's time to move them, we use them on the farm. And so we put some, that was even reused. So that was good too. But we did put straw in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anna asks, while in the Air Force, did you move every 2 years?
Yes.
I think, Anna, if I remember correctly, the last time we figured it up, we were in for 25 years. I believe we lived in 21 houses. Mm-hmm. So the average would be every year, basically.
Some of the places that we lived, we moved houses, but we stayed in the same place. Like in England, we moved 3 times on one tour, just houses in 2 years. But typically speaking, it was every two years. We have now lived in the longest, in a house, the longest, and had more Christmases in the same house here than we have in our 33 years of marriage anywhere. Right here. This has been the most. We've done 4 Christmases in the house, 5 Christmases in Missouri.
On this property, yeah.
We have lived on this property longer than anywhere of all of our marriage. Ever. Between college and moving back home and then moving into the Air Force and then off we went. And so it's interesting feeling to not move.
Carol's answering the question, not really near her.
Okay.
Mary says, I'm interested in fermenting feed for our chickens.
Good.
Will you be doing a video on that possibly in the future?
Sure.
Shelley did a short.
It was a short video.
A short video. It was if I remember right, it was a 4-minute video. It was called Why You Should Ferment Your Feed, I think.
Maybe like 2 years ago.
Yep. It's one of our older ones. Mm-hmm. It is not a short. It is a short video. And she talks about what we do. Literally, it's putting water over the top of the feed.
Yeah.
And in
It
the
was
winter,
a little different then because we were still using the buckets. We weren't using freezers then. We could do another one and talk about the freezers.
oh, we could talk about how it works in the winter
and how it
time.
works so well in the winter. Like we're still fermenting feed
Okay.
when it's 16 outside because we're using freezers. And if we kickstart it with some warm water and raw milk, it goes good, y'all.
This morning when I opened the freezer, it just steamed because the fermentation process, the chemical reaction generates heat.
Right.
And so because we have it in, broken, basically deep freeze chest freezers, they're very, very well insulated. So the heat just stays in. And man, that like the feed is really warm.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yes, there is one, but we could do another one and we could do it soon.
Yeah.
We haven't
So
done
Mary
something
asked,
like
so
that.
you ferment layer pellets?
No, not layer pellets. We ferment our GMO free food that is basically ground up corn, soy, I guess there's some oats and other things that they put in it, but they're not pelletized. It's not pelletized. We tried to do the pellets and it just didn't work as good. I guess you could get it to,
I think you
but
could.
it turns more to
I think it would
oatmeal
be more
like mash.
Yeah, it would be like soaked alfalfa pellets, basically.
Yeah,
where
that would
it
do.
expands and
Sure.
So I think the pellets you would have to do that. It would. I think you'd have to play with it a little bit to figure out just how much water to add, because it's going to be,
It's
like
so dehydrated.
yeah, it would. I think it would almost be like concrete or something. Like you would
Right.
get to that amount and then it would be too much.
Right.
But
And the
I
important
think you
thing with
could
it is keeping the
definitely figure it out.
water over the top of it. So we'll do a video and we'll show you what we use and how we do it. And then basically play with it yourself. And it just takes time and water. It's super easy, really.
Yeah.
But it will turn to concrete on you on some of them.
Anna says, I'm 76. I've wondered what my next 20 years to be.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations on 76. That's
for
awesome.
real.
Yeah.
And then she also says, I'd like to see that frozen steam rise.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
It's so cool. Yeah. Okay, so you said we'll get to that.
Yeah. I'll tell a little story. I was in the Pentagon when I first got there as a lieutenant colonel. I was down in an Air Force strategy cell called Checkmate. And we did, it wasn't current operations like today. We were basically 2 days out to about maybe a month out. And
So that's what you're planning for.
that's what we were planning
Okay.
for the entirety of the Air Force.
Okay.
And at that time, things were heating up with North Korea, and it was getting really, really crazy. And
2016?
yeah,
2017?
2017. And my job was get the Air Force ready for potential conflict with North Korea. So things were being very, very stressful for me. And our 3-star boss, somebody, wasn't me, gave him access to our skiff, our vault. And so he could swipe himself in. I wanted him to not have access so that I would have to go get him, but
So that you would know
so
when he
that I
was
would
there.
know that he was there.
Sure.
So anyway, they gave him access, and we heard the beeps and the door opened, and he's like, "Hello, Checkmate. I've got somebody for you to meet." And
Well, yay.
it was like, again, things were very stressful at that moment. And he came in, and it was a civilian, and so we had to immediately put away all of the secrets and turn on the lights and clear the vault and all of this stuff. It was a definite interruption to our day.
Yeah.
And he brought us back to the conference room, and introduced us to a gentleman named Simon Sinek. And I had never even heard of Simon at the time. He is a now best-selling author. He's got a great podcast.
He works a lot with corporations, and he works a lot with the military
Yeah.
and leadership.
And some of the guys in Checkmate
Thought leader.
had heard of him. I had not. They were
fangirling.
They were fangirling. I was not. I had never heard of the guy. So to me, it was an interruption to my day. But when he started chatting with us, he was talking about a new book that he had in his brain. He hadn't written it yet, and it was called The Infinite Game. And the concept, the ideas that he went up to our whiteboard, and he was drawing it all out for us. And I'm like, I like this. That this is really good. And it reminded me of one of my strategy professors when I was getting my master's in strategy. He had the idea that strategy is about a continuing advantage. It's not about winning and losing. It's about, a continuing advantage. The game continues. And that was Simon's idea, was that there are finite games and infinite games, and life is an infinite game.
So describe the finite versus infinite in terms of like teaching your daughter to play chess.
That was actually Dr. Dolman talking about continuing advantage, but
it applies the same.
It applies the same. A continuing advantage, like if the mindset is, Dr. Dolman was saying he was teaching his daughter how to play chess, and in teaching her how to play chess, he could play her and beat her every single time because she's brand new, and he would win the game. Or he could play her and allow her to win occasionally, and then he would be developing a chess player and would have a chess opponent for life. And the continuing advantage is he might lose the game, but in so doing, he has a partner to play chess with for the rest of his life. And that, the advantage is in the long term, thinking about the strategy beyond just winning the game. And what Simon took that a little bit differently, and he said that there are two types of games. There are finite games like chess, where there are defined rules, there are a set number of players, there is a winner and a loser. And then there are infinite games where there are not defined rules, there are no set number of players, and there is not a winner and loser.
Got it.
And so as Simon was chatting through his idea of the infinite game, it was like, man, this really makes sense to me. And there are a lot of things in life to me that sort of follow that strategy, the infinite game strategy. And the discussion tonight is really on our thought process behind going into a new year and not setting goals. To me, a goal is a finite game. There is a yes and a no. Did you meet the goal? Yes.
You were
no.
telling me earlier you didn't even like that when you were like a squadron commander.
I didn't, oftentimes my leaders, when I was a squadron commander, would, okay, what are the goals for your squadron for this year? And I hated that. Like, we're going to do X thingies with Y number of widgets and produce Z whatevers, and it's like, I never really liked that because like, what if you meet that goal in the first week?
Now what are you going to do?
Now I've got 51 weeks left.
Right.
What if we're on week 52 and there's no way we're going to meet that goal? Did we fail?
Yeah.
And so I never really liked that. I didn't. so the idea of, New Year's resolutions and setting goals for the new year and that type of thing, it never really sat well with me, because in in so doing, you are confining yourself to a finite game with a winner and a loser, and set rules, and it's like, man, I don't like viewing it in that
Well,
way.
life is so different than that.
Right.
Like we don't know who's going to come into our life in any day. Who are the players?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. It's hard to know what game you're playing. You don't know what the rules are because the game changes constantly.
That's right.
And so for us, like, instead of like setting new goals, we love a new year, but instead of setting new goals, this year, I think we'll look at it more like intentionality. What do we intend on doing this year? What direction are we moving this year? Whether it's our health, our diet, the farm, a business, if you're running a homestead, or if you're not, if you're like, I would like to get in better shape and maybe eat a few less carbs this year. Man, I'm going to do carnivore. Well, maybe don't start out carnivore. Maybe just stop with the McDonald's first, like we can set a direction. We were watching a movie last night. Actually, it was the end of a series, and I would highly recommend it. The Masters of the Air. It is World War II. I didn't realize it was based on true stories and true events, but it was. And it's about the Bloody 100th.
8th Air Force.
8th Air Force, the 100th, a bomber group during World War II out of England, which our son-in-law actually flies with right now.
That squadron.
Squadron. And their stories, it's a fantastic story. And where was I going with that story?
I'm not sure.
I
was watching you to see.
Oh, okay. I'm like, man, that it was a fantastic movie, or show, and now I can't even remember. It was about goals. It was about well, darn, I've done forgot. I'll think about it in just a second. You go on with what we were saying, man. Getting old, tech. I'll remember it in just a second. Go ahead.
So the idea about intentions is set yourself a direction. Like,
oh, that's right.
Like north.
He was talking. Yep. Anyway, setting a direction, setting a heading, and oftentimes it's not true. In the air it is, but maybe in the sea it's not, right? For instance, if you're like underneath the water in a submarine kind of thing, and you're down under the ocean and you don't really exactly know what true north is, you need to come up and look where you are. So, but they intend on going a certain direction. And so, and those guys in the show, they would get off every now and then. Yeah. They wouldn't hit their turn point, but they knew they were headed in the right direction, even if they weren't 100% on. Yeah. And it I don't know. I loved what they were. Oh, that was just a great show. But as far as heading in a direction and an intentionality versus a true thing, I mean, when you hit when you're trying to land, that's one thing, but when you're headed for a country, it's completely different. And I think we could just head for a country, this year rather than a specific runway.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think goals, I think goals leave people like, what is it? Like by January 21st, I think 90% of
21 days
New Year's resolutions have been broken.
Yeah. So by the middle of January, you're already failed.
Right. Like, what does that make you feel like as a person?
Right.
And so I think intentions leave us in a better place than setting goals. I believe that, if the intention is I'm going this direction, then you can, even if you veer off, you just adjust back.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, well,
screw it. I done messed it up. I fell off the wagon. The wagon left. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And the world is really wild right now between AI, the economy being sketchy, And the job market, what it is, we don't know what inflation's doing. Like everything is just being so crazy. I think that the best that we can do is say, well, I'm planning on that. I'm planning on, this is what I want, but it leaves a lot of room for some reality or even a little wiggle room for reality would be
Yeah.
nice. On a farm, animals really remind you about reality.
Yeah.
On a farm, you learn what you can and what you can't control. Can't control the weather. We talk about that nearly every week. Can't control the animals. We can't control the prices of things and our inputs. If our feed costs go up, we don't have any control over that. Our inputs. Some things are planned and some things are you need some margin of error. And planning in some margin of error is, I think, key to keeping on your direction,
Yeah. I'm going to pause for just a second. What are your intentions for the upcoming year? Throw in some comments, and while we're finishing our little chat, we'll collect the comments and then we'll go through them towards the end. I think it'd be very interesting to just share some intentions, and we'll share sort of what ours are, and then look through and see what you guys think as far as a direction, like an intention, a direction for 2026.
Yeah. In 2025, we were really still in massive growth mode we knew we needed more chicken as far as the farm and the business is concerned. The store was doing pretty well in town. So we had an outlet for our food, the products that we were growing. And that had been like our first 6 months. We kind of tasted it out. We're rolling into the first of the year and we're like, okay,
we need more chicken.
We need more chicken. How much do we grow? So we had to make decisions. How do we process it? All of the figuring that went into that. This year, we're going into 26 with a little bit more, we produced enough chicken maybe. Maybe we overproduced a little bit on pork. Maybe we pull back a little bit on that. Beef seems to be humming along. And so I think 26 is going to be one of those, you grow and then you level off and then you grow and you level off. I think 26 is kind of feeling like one of those level off, like, all right, let's do a maintenance year and keep things just rolling as far as business is concerned.
Yeah. We weren't, because the store was still growing, we honestly didn't know exactly how much to produce.
Right.
So we did overproduce in pork.
A little bit.
Chicken we're still not sure of, because what we have right now has to last us through till next
Any chicken shows
season.
up. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I don't know.
We don't really know, but I think you're right about 26 being more of a level year.
Yeah. Like rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing is ever the same on a farm, but like, I do think that it's more of a
rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting into the rhythm.
That's probably a better way.
And we've not experienced that. This would be our first year of saying, okay, let's feel the rhythm of this and see how it's going with no expansion. Because, I mean, when you're just expanding, growing, you really don't know what a lot of it. And so we'll see how this year goes.
Yeah.
Going into that. And, we're super flexible, whether things dive off or they just like really pick up, and then we can make new decisions.
Yeah.
But we leave that, but this is the direction. Yeah. And health-wise, I mean, we're going to continue to eat a super low-carb diet. And we know how much calories it is, and I'm going to eat eggs and beef every day if I can.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We eat mainly the things that we grow here on the farm.
Yeah.
And I don't see that changing. So an intention for our health would be to continue
Yeah.
on our low carb lifestyle, eating mainly what we grow here on
Yeah.
the farm.
When I cook an entire meal and I put it in front of us and everything from on our plate came from our farm, to me, there's not a better feeling as far as even being a wife and a mom, this is food we grew. I just cooked it and it's an amazing meal.
With a provider mindset, it's the same.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is food that we did.
When you know that you can actually grow your own food, the amount of security that's there and just like, yeah, we did
for
that.
sure.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's farming. That's just farming.
So operating within our capacity.
Oh man. We don't always do that really well, y'all. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes we overextend on our time, budget, and feeling like because we're pretty energetic people that we can take it on, we can do it no matter what it is. But reality hits us sometimes and we go, dadgum, we're not nearly as young as we used to be. We don't have as much time as we think we do. We always underestimate the amount of time a thing is going to take. But we're learning, and that's just life, right? We're learning what we actually have the capacity for.
Yeah.
How many videos can you really edit in a week?
Yeah.
How many chickens can you really grow?
Yeah.
But we're learning to go, pull it back.
I think for me, probably the biggest learning from a capacity perspective is finances, and the amount of finances required to do a business at this scale. You said it always takes more time than what you plan for. I think it takes a lot more money
Yeah.
than what you plan for to do a thing. Like
Yeah.
it seems that no matter what the enterprise is that we've taken on, when we plan for, well, it'll cost about this much, and
It's always more.
It's always more.
Well, that's with anything. Like, if you intend on buying a house this year, the mortgage payment's one thing,
Yeah.
Replacing the roof is altogether different.
Yeah.
And those are the expenses
I
that
think-
people often don't think about.
Well, I think when you're starting a farm, like we didn't intern for 20 years under Joe Salatin, like
Would have been nice, but we didn't have time.
we went straight from 5 years at the Pentagon to 160 acres starting a farm, you know? And so those little unknowns
Are expensive.
are expensive.
Yeah.
So I
I
think,
think you're going to pay for the information one way or the other. You can either pay with your time or you can pay with your money through education.
yeah. So I think operating, like if we're intentionality, operating within capacity, there's a financial aspect to that. And there are things that we might have to say no to or
Yeah, reality hits. Right.
maybe back off of, I don't know, to try to bring things back to within a responsible financial realm
Yeah.
as far as
Absolutely.
capacity goes.
Yep.
Time, I don't know. Maybe it's military and they own all of your time. Like, like to me, time is like, well, just do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But finances, man, that's one where you can't just do it.
Yeah.
You actually run out.
Yeah. Cash flow is everything, the animals always need to be fed, and getting the cash flow on a small farm coming back in to feed the animals again.
Yeah.
And, service any debt that there happens to be is the name of the game. But as Simon talks about, And I love Simon Sinek. Oh, by the way, let me reveal a little bit about how we found out who Simon was. So Simon came in. If you don't know who he is, I highly recommend you look up a book or look him up. He comes in, and Rich didn't even, he just said the guy came in and they talked. But one day we were watching the news. I believe it was back when I watched the Today Show. And this guy was on the TV, and Rich goes, "Oh my God, that's that guy." And I'm like, "What guy?" And he's like, "That's the guy that came and talked to us at Checkmate a couple months ago." I'm like, "That Simon Sinek? Him?" "Yes, him." And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know." Like some famous person was in there talking to us. I had no idea who it was. Anyway, we have come to love his work. And the Infinite Game, he really references business a lot. And can you keep playing? It's a game. That's what farming's kind of a game. Life is a little bit, you could gamify life. But business is certainly a game. And you talk about going to get more quarters. Mm-hmm. When we were growing up, you go to the arcade, go to the skating rink, and you play the video games. And as long as you had quarters,
well, you put them up
on the game,
right? You put them up
on the console.
On the console, and as long as there was quarters there, that meant that you kept playing the game.
You get to keep playing.
When you ran out of quarters, your turn's over, and somebody else gets there.
And so anything
you just need to keep putting quarters up there so you can keep playing the game.
That's the infinite part. Like if you can go and get more quarters, you get to keep playing the game. And we just talk about, go to the store, sell some chicken, go to the farmer's market, sell some stuff. Got to go get quarters so I can keep playing the game.
Right.
And that's the infinite part of the thing is if you can keep the cash flow coming in, if you can keep, whatever it is that you have going on in your life, and if you can kind of gamify it and turn it into something that is, I can keep this thing going.
But with the mindset of an infinite game, right? Not a mindset of checkers or chess or football or baseball. There are set rules, there are set players, there's a winner and a loser, there are penalties. If you can get out of that mindset to the goal of the game is to continue to play the game.
Yes.
It's not to win the game.
Yeah.
It is to continue playing.
So we talk about health and diet and stuff a lot. And I think this is it really applies. And we all eat. I don't care if you farm or don't farm, but we all eat food. And if your goal is to eat a cleaner diet next year, just because you ate birthday cake at your daughter's birthday party, the game isn't over.
Right.
You can keep playing the game. Tomorrow, wake up and play different.
Yeah.
And so because you set intentionality, you didn't set a goal. You get to keep playing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some of you guys' intentions?
Okay. Let's see.
We got a lot of them here.
Yes. So I think we're back to here.
Okay.
Shireen says, "Thanks for your service. I'm a Marine." Well, thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
As well. Semper Gumby.
Semper Gumby.
Always flexible.
That I know.
Susie says, "That's an interesting strategy. Is the path to the outcome you're looking for, which is ever changing."
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And Trisha was laughing at you a little bit about losing your thought.
I did. I lost my thought.
Anna says, regarding World War II stories, recently found treasure trove of World War II stories on YouTube. Learned to check to make sure that they are not fictional AI generated.
Well, that's tough these days.
For sure. Carol says, since you increased the number of meat birds last year for processing, how many are you planning on processing in 26?
That's that big question mark.
Were you sitting in our kitchen 30
I know.
minutes
Were you
before
here?
This live?
Yeah, because that's a decision that we have to make, and we're big question mark on how many chickens.
Yeah. Mare is sharing her intention to teach her granddaughters, Bailey and Lily, to ride a horse.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if I were to coach you, Mare, I would say you're change it a little bit and make your intention to spend time with your granddaughters, to increase the amount of interaction that you have with them, and one way that you will do that is through horse riding lessons.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Let's see how it's just reframing.
Yeah, reframe
All
it a little
all
bit,
it is
because,
reframing.
you know, if something happens, if the horse goes away, if you know, like
Yeah.
the
If somebody's injured and they can't or
Yeah.
something, then it's a failure.
the
Right.
intention is I'm spending time with your granddaughters.
And this is the mode that I want to
The
do that.
venue
The
that I
venue.
would like to do it in, but the goal is not that they learn to ride a horse necessarily. The goal is, you know,
Yeah.
time with them and you
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Angels Homestead says, I'm 58 and I want to teach several friends to make their own food. Yogurt,
Oh, wow.
cheese. Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
awesome.
Yeah. Jeannie says, we lived in the same house for the past 25 years. Wow.
Wow. Huh? People do
I
that.
hope so.
Yeah.
My intentions for the new year is to declutter my house and my mind.
Ooh.
Recently retired after a 30-year career as an RN, also making travel plans.
Well
That
done.
is awesome.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Decluttering your mind. Wow. That's good. Have to work on that too.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched Mo Gaudat today discuss a Saturday ritual that practice that he has, and he spends 20 minutes writing down every thought that comes into his brain.
Mm-hmm.
And he said after 11 minutes, you basically run out.
And it starts repeating.
And then your brain will start telling you good things. And if it starts repeating itself, you tell it no.
You start scratching things
You've
out.
done that. And then the next 20 minutes, he scratches out the things that aren't good or don't make sense or whatever. Anyway, very, very,
Really interesting practice.
very interesting.
And it would declutter your mind.
Yeah. Firefox Kitty says intention on weight loss,
All right.
getting in shape more, working towards recovering eyesight, converting lumps and breaths to gone rather than more surgery, more herbalism, starting to write books.
Wow. Man, you're going to have a good 2026.
Right?
Yeah.
And the way you've stated the intentions are awesome, right? Like you're moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Anna says, I've put on an auction in a Facebook group to raise money for the Giraffe Conservation Foundation in the past, but missed that goal the last 2 years. I want to have one this spring.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the intention is help the Giraffe Conservation Foundation.
Yeah.
S. Allen 3125, our intention for 2026 is to remain as healthy as possible by eating the meat we harvest and the vegetables that we grow. Us too. We're right there with you. Absolutely. That's an awesome intention, I think. Anna says, did you say on an earlier Monday that you got started establishing your homestead 5 years late? I don't think so. So...
Oh, I get it. Go ahead.
Go-
No, we were older than what is often recommended to start farming at the scale that we
scale
want
at
to
which
farm.
we're wanting to.
Right.
Joel Salatin says in a book about 35 is the oldest you want to be to start a regenerative farm, like the thing that we're trying to do. And we even did a podcast that said, basically, Joel, you're wrong. Because we were getting started at like 48 instead of 35.
Yeah.
And we felt like we had to move really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So where a lot of people say, start slowly,
And it's true.
do one enterprise at a time, like start with eggs. And then once you get eggs figured out, maybe move on to pigs or meat birds or something. Like,
Well, it's very capital intensive too.
and it is. And we felt like we didn't have the time to do that because we knew we were starting late from like a Joel Salatin perspective.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to establish a business. And
It does.
A farm is a business. So we knew that we were starting
90-something%
late.
of businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
We would prefer not to be that.
And we knew we were starting late, so we felt like we had to hurry. So it wasn't necessarily that we were late per se. We knew that we had to hurry.
Right.
Kathy says, my direction is getting my husband's health straightened up. 1231 heart isn't working, is having electric echo diversion done. Praying he is in AFib Wednesday morning, have at least one.
Okay. We'll say prayers for that.
Yeah.
For sure. And those are good intentions.
For sure.
Get him on a different path.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. E. Kim Markham, your mom says, Shelley recommended an excellent book, The Let Them Theory. I'm reading it now, and so is her sister. My intentions are to let them and let me. I also want to eat amazing meat from air to ground.
We can work that out.
We can help you out with the
meat.
I'm
glad you liked the book. We did too. I think everyone should probably listen to, it's written by Mel Robbins. If you like to listen to books, she has a fantastic voice, and she read it, and amazing stories and amazing scientific research that goes behind it. And I'm pretty sure everyone should probably listen to it at the beginning of every year. Reset your mind.
It would be good.
Yeah, because you're going to get something new out of it every year. No plug for her. We're not involved with that. It was just a good book.
It is a good book.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the best-selling nonfiction
of all time on the globe.
Yeah. Kathy says, I have at least 12 to 18 months put back in freezers, pantry. Got to grow meat birds and start pullets this spring. Pray for a great growing season next summer.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
How fun. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Planning and waiting on the little chicks to get here, and all spring is amazing. You know.
Xana's checking in, saying, hey, sorry I'm late.
Glad
you're here. Harry says, our focuses are financial and health. We are octogenarians
in their 80s.
Awesome. With fixed pensions. We live on a 15-acre homestead, sans animals, with gardens and projects. Day by day requires energy conservation. Man, understand that. Wow.
I'll tell you, when I'm an octogenarian, I just still want to be doing what we do.
I think it's awesome.
I do too.
Congratulations, you guys. What a great story. That's really, really cool.
Absolutely.
And then Firefox Kitty's asking, what was the name of that book again?
Oh, you can put that comment back up there.
I'll put Mom's comment back up. It is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins.
Mm-hmm. And it's fantastic. It's a fantastic book. The Let Them Theory.
Yeah, The Let Them Theory.
Mm-hmm.
It is really good.
Yep.
I don't know. It's one, hearing her voice, having listened to her on on her own podcast, but on a lot of podcasts, hearing her actually read it, and you get more of her personality.
You do, and she's
through listening. to it.
She's a really special person.
Her reading it.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun. We didn't cover everything we wanted to talk about, and that's totally fine. But it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we intend on having a fantastic 2026.
Yeah. We still have so many farm details to work out, y'all. Like, we don't know how many chickens we're raising. You asked. I don't know. We're going to raise some, I think.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to work out.
Yep.
As far as planning for the next year goes. Mm-hmm. And I think the idea of having intentions and a direction that we want to go instead of a goal is going to, I believe, at least for our personalities, I believe it's going to set us on a better path than, a specific, target X dollars, X birds, right. X cows, whatever it is.
We did have target this year. Like we had hopes of, can we reach a certain, can we 3X our sales from last year? Can we reach 100,000 in revenue or go over 100,000 in revenue? Can we do that as a very small farm? Is that a possibility? And the answer was yes, we did it. But the thing is, I don't now I don't know if that's a good thing to do, like for us for next year. I think that for us, sailing in the same direction and keeping the cog moving at our age and stage is going to be more important than what number can we hit. Okay, we can sell meat. That's awesome. But can we keep going
Yeah.
to sell the meat?
Right.
You know? And so I think just getting in rhythm, because we don't do maintenance well at all. We're really
Yeah,
builders. We build.
We've talked about that a lot. I think this year, each year we've talked about the thing that we're learning to do that year. And last year was marketing. 2025 has been marketing. Like that's the thing that we, like 23 was production, 24 was sales, 25 has been marketing. I think 26 is going to be maintenance. Can we learn how to not grow?
Just maintain.
Just maintain.
Get in the rhythm.
That 21 houses in 25 years. We are like
Yeah. We're
like
just programmed.
Yeah, we're
It's time to
programmed
go. Time to move.
do the next thing.
Do
grow,
the next
grow,
thing.
grow,
Yeah.
grow. So
Yep.
I think 26 is going to be can we maintain?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to be able to.
Yeah. Gary says, following you from Living Traditions Homestead, looking for good meat source.
Hey.
Air to Ground Meats. I don't know if you can see my hat. Air to Ground Meats.
Air to ground meats.
We have a website, airtogroundmeats.com, and we have Air to Ground Meats storefront in Ava, Missouri.
You can go to airtogroundfarms.com too. There are some blogs and other, you can get to the meat store from there. If you Google Air to Ground Farms, I'm pretty sure you can find us. And yes, we can get you some meats.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're in Missouri area.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Hey, this has been fun.
It has been fun.
This week is New Year's.
Yeah. Happy New Year's.
Yep.
Happy holidays. I already said it towards the beginning.
Yep.
But really, I wish you all a very happy New Year's.
Absolutely.
And spend a minute or so coming up with your intentions for the new year.
Yep. Happy New Year. And we will see you next year in 2026.
That's right. Yeah.
Until next time.
See you next year.
Bye, y'all.